Los Angeles Chargers fans are about to witness a shocking transformation, and if you blink, you might miss the rise of a new star, a surprising retirement, and even a strategic shift in Justin Herbert's protection. All of this is happening right now, right in the middle of training camp, and believe me, things are buzzing behind the scenes. Get ready to dive into a thrilling sequence of events that are reshaping the Chargers' future. And if you're a Chargers fan, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you're always firsthand. Now, let's get to the point. McConkey arrived in the NFL hungry for the ball, but what few expected is that this hunger would transform in his first year into a veritable feast of talent and production on the field. In his rookie season with the Los Angeles Chargers, the wide receiver not only exceeded expectations, he tore through opposing defenses and established himself as one of the league's most impactful rookies. What was supposed to be a period of adaptation, learning, and patience turned into a spectacle of efficiency and rare maturity for a first-year player. McConkey not only shone in specific moments, he was consistent, strategic, and lethal. He finished the season with an impressive 761 receiving yards, trailing only Jackson Smith-Njigba among rookies. More than that, he led all NFL slot receivers in efficiency, demonstrating an incredible ability to make the most of every route, every reception, every opportunity. And most surprisingly, he did all this as a rookie, facing experienced secondaries and complex defensive schemes as if he were a veteran. It's no wonder the fantasy football community is in a frenzy. In July, 69.9% of trades involving McConkey reflected managers' growing confidence in his imminent explosion. The numbers don't lie, and neither do keen eyes. He was the 16th highest scoring receiver this season among those with at least 75 targets. This shows that McConkey's ceiling is already high, but his ceiling, it's still being explored, and that's where a crucial factor comes in: the red zone. McConkey has had relatively little use in this area of the field, just 8 targets and a 16.7% participation rate, but that's about to change. Coach Jim Harbaugh has already made it clear he wants to diversify the offense and make the system more unpredictable. With his chemistry with Justin Herbert growing practice after practice, McConkey is expected to take on an even more decisive role, especially in scoring situations. Compared to big names like Michael Pittman Jr. and DeAndre Hopkins, who have had numerous opportunities in the red zone and disappointed, McConkey stands out for his absurd efficiency, even with fewer opportunities. With a greater volume of targets and the quarterback's growing confidence, he could become a true NFL monster, a playmaker capable of turning games around and being a key player in any fantasy league. And believe me, fans, McConkey's rise could be just the beginning of a quiet revolution in the Chargers offense. Because if he already made such an impact as a rookie, imagine what's to come in 2025. Oh, and if you think this is the only explosive storyline this training camp, just wait until you see what's happening with another big name who's already returned and said goodbye. Next, an unexpected turn of events that shook the Chargers locker room on the very first day of practice. When the Chargers announced the return of Mike Williams on a 1-year contract, fans went wild. After all, we're talking about one of the franchise's recent greats, a wide receiver who amassed over 4,800 yards and 31 touchdowns in 7 seasons, wearing the blue and gold uniform. Expectations were high. Williams could have one last glorious dance alongside Justin Herbert, serving as a mentor to the young talent and making an immediate impact on the field. But, like a movie script, everything turned upside down in just a few hours. On the very first day of training camp, Williams was placed on the PUP list due to an injury suffered in the spring. And on the same day, July 17th, he surprised everyone by announcing his retirement from the NFL. The news hit the locker room and fans like a bombshell. How could Mike Williams retire just when the team most needed his leadership, his experience, and his physical presence on offense? The buzz began. Could Keenan Allen return? And could that controversy surrounding Jawan Jennings with the 49ers open up a trade? Free agents were mentioned, forums exploded with theories, insiders began to spark rumors and potential trades. But while everyone looked outward, the Chargers already had a solution emerging within their own roster. That's when the name of Keandre Lambert-Smith, a rookie 5th-round draft pick, came up, and he's been stealing the show in the first few practices. Standing 6 feet 1 inch with a 4.37-second 40-yard dash and a veteran's confidence, the former Penn State and Auburn player has been standing out with explosive plays, running clean routes, and making defenders look lost on the field. The viral play occurred during a 7-on-7 practice. Lambert-Smith lined up against cornerback Dean Leonard on the left sideline, ran like a dart, and even with an off-balance pass from Trey Lance, he adjusted in midair, located the ball, and made a spectacular catch. The field stopped. The coaching staff applauded. It was as if the fans were witnessing announcing the birth of a new offensive weapon. Now, with Ladd McConkey already established as a key player and Keandre emerging, the Chargers' passing attack has a new identity. Fast, young, unpredictable, and full of energy. The future, which seemed uncertain with the departure of Mike Williams, suddenly looks promising, perhaps even more dynamic than before. But then, the big question arises. What good is an elite offensive arsenal if the quarterback doesn't have time to throw? The next story reveals that the real battle is now taking place at the heart of the team, on the offensive line, where veterans, rookies, and even surprises are vying for space. And the competition promises to be hotter than ever. With the preseason in full swing, all eyes are naturally on the Chargers' explosive offense. With young names like Ladd McConkey and the unexpected rise of Keandre Lambert-Smith, attention is focused on Justin Herbert's targets. But while the spotlight shines on the wide receivers and running backs, a quiet and crucial battle is taking place in the trenches. The offensive line is reinventing itself, and this area may be the key differentiator between a typical season and a historic campaign in Los Angeles. The starting point for this transformation begins with a talkative absence. Rashawn Slater, the starting left tackle and one of Herbert's cornerstones of protection, remains out of practice. Officially, the rumor is an injury. Behind the scenes, rumors of a contract dispute are growing, generating concern and tension. Even so, Coach Jim Harbaugh has done everything he can to keep the group united and focused on performance on the field. In this volatile environment, a name rarely mentioned has begun to gain attention. Jamari Salyer, a sixth-round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, has re-emerged as a potential key player in the offensive line's rebuild. Salyer spent the entire offseason transforming himself. He lost 35 pounds of bad weight, gained speed, explosiveness, and, most of all, respect in the locker room. His quiet efforts were rewarded with reps in the starting lineup during practice, and no one saw it coming. Offensive coordinator Greg Roman couldn't hide his excitement. Jamari is a different player now. He's worked hard, changed his body, and can play any position. That gives us a huge advantage. His versatility could completely change the line's makeup. If Salyer establishes himself as a reliable tackle, the Chargers could move Trey Pipkins to the interior, creating a lineup with rare depth in the NFL. With rookie Joe Alt already gaining starting status, and the duo of Bradley Bozeman and Zion Johnson stabilizing the core of the offensive line, the Chargers are beginning to assemble a unit that blends physical strength, youth, refined technique, and tactical intelligence. A line capable of protecting Herbert and paving the way for explosive runs and big plays in the passing attack. The watchword at Los Angeles' training camp is clear: evolution. With each practice, a new piece falls into place. With McConkey flying, Keandre emerging from nowhere, and the offensive line strengthening, the Chargers appear to be building something special. And there are even more surprises in store for this preseason. If you're a Bolts fan, leave your comments here about this new trajectory and prepare your hearts, because the future isn't just arriving, it's accelerating at the line of scrimmage.